Void, Fibuso here to blab at you some more, and maybe someone will hear me. Hi, Void. Alright, so, Godzilla. Still catching up on my reviews therein, and this one's the black sheep of the Godzilla films. All monsters attack. Okay, so, as I mentioned in my Son of Godzilla review, I originally thought that this was the Son of Godzilla movie. Mostly because Minya, however you want to pronounce, takes prominent focus. Well, I learned later that there was a much better film that dealt with him. This one is the Godzilla stock footage movie. Now, a lot of Godzilla films use some stock footage to some degree. This one uses a lot. Okay, so essentially in the wake of Destroy All Monsters, Toho wanted to see what else they could do and decided to try to make a movie aimed towards kids. Particularly younger kids. So, this movie is actually set in a world where the Godzilla series is a series of movies. And our kid, and our main character is a kid who's just a big fan of monsters in general. And, well, he's fantasizes throughout the series of going to Monster Island to hang out with Minya and to see Godzilla. Well, problem is he's a latchkey kid who is bullied, who's bully Gabara and his gang just pick on him. He's also and then also in the area there's some bank robbers who are hiding out and who, well, he pretty much picked up the wallet of one of them, so now he's being stalked by them. But he keeps falling asleep and dreaming he's on Monster Island hanging out with Minya. So there's some new scenes here of Minya interacting with the kid. Keep saying the kid, his name is Ichiro. That's right, Ichiro. Well, Ichiro's... But the most part is just watching monsters either just click one shots and he's like, oh, there's that monster. Oh, there's that monster. But we also see a couple rehashed fights, like Godzilla versus the giant condor and Godzilla versus Ebirah. And also him fighting the Kamakiras. So we see a lot of things we've already seen. Godzilla versus Kumonga, I think, appears in there briefly. So it's pretty much all these fights that already exist. With the exception of a new monster, Gabara, named after his bully, that picks on Minya. Now, he's like this green ogre-looking creature that can charge his horn. His horn charges his paws with electricity for some electrical-powered punches or grabs. And pretty much Godzilla's teaching his son to use his atomic breath and to stand up to bullies like Gabara. And then when the Ichiro gets kidnapped by the bank robbers, he essentially draws on a lot of what he saw in his dreams on Monster Island to escape. Now, when I was a kid, I didn't mind this movie. I mean, a lot of it seemed really familiar, but I didn't know what stock footage was. I just thought it was, he's fighting this monster again. Then, after I was older, I kind of just got bitter on this one. Just because of being the mostly stock footage and just felt frustrated by that. I have softened on it to a degree. It's not, I still won't say it's a good movie, but for the movie aimed towards kids, the wraparound segment with Ichiro isn't poorly done, and some of this comedic humor, particularly with the bank robbers, works to it enough. But the fact that the movie is primarily recycled does detract. And it is noticeable. When the only difference is just some comments from the kid, Ichiro doesn't really add anything to those fights. So, All Monsters Attack is probably the least Godzilla film. But it's hard to be too hard on it. But for me, it's a 3 MacGuffins. There's not enough here to really warrant extra viewings. All the best scenes in it are scenes from other movies. So, this one's... it's hard to recommend it. There's not much here. Also, oddly, the American version is called Godzilla's Revenge, which makes no sense at all. There's nothing to revenge. There's little vengeance in this film. So, of all the Americanized titles, this one's makes I'd say almost as much sense as Godzilla versus the Thing. We can't just translate title directly, can we? No. Guess not. Okay. I think that's all. All monsters attack. 3 MacGuffins. We're at the low point here with this one. Alright, talk to you later.